Hello guys, I'm thinking of doing a melee only playthrough. So in this video, I just wanted to think out loud about the advantages and disadvantages of melee vis-a-vis the other skill categories, short and long. I've already seen someone do a long only playthrough just using mostly just using missiles and grenade launchers, and that was way easier than I expected, but I guess I mean, it does take a while. I guess that was one of the reasons that I didn't want to do it myself. But it was stupidly easy. Just it's a bit of a struggle at the beginning, but not in terms of survivability. Just you just keep missing most of the time because you're using grenade launchers. And as far as short category is concerned, well, you can pretty much just dominate the game. And if you have any doubt about it, just check out my walkthrough. So I think, I mean, I'm quite convinced that melee only will be much more difficult than either long only or short only. I don't know how much of a challenge it will be though. So let's just talk about... I mean, maybe it might be a challenge, I just don't know how much of a challenge, because melee has quite significant disadvantages, if I'm being honest. And the advantages, they're not very significant. So immediately, oh my god. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Battle speed is fast, really? Oops. Okay, I guess it's fine. The most obvious disadvantage of melee is its initiative disadvantage. So the only time you ever get to act first is in player phase, and if you're attacking someone who's also going to be using melee. Otherwise, every time in each battle, the melee guy goes second, and I mean, it's pretty easy to see what the disadvantages are. There's a chance that you're gonna get stunned, there's a chance that your arm's gonna get destroyed before you even get to attack, and that's like the worst case scenario. Actually, worst case scenario is they'll just hit your body and you'll die. Basically wasted attack. I mean, that's what I'm supposed to do, not the enemies. I feel like that's one of the biggest advantages of melee, and just related to that is the fact that just like with short range, just like the short skill category, you're going to be taking counter attacks. It's just a lot worse with melee, because they're going to be attacking first, isn't it? At least with short, there was a chance that you were the one who could destroy their arm or kill them before they got to attack. But in melee, most of the time, because you're taking it on second, I mean, of course, there's compensation for that, but I'll talk about it. Yeah, it's quite dangerous. It might just turn out that you just wasted an attack. Another pretty significant disadvantage of melee is lowered accuracy. The accuracy of a melee weapon is much lower than the corresponding short or long weapons. I mean, grenade launchers have the worst accuracy, but because you're not going to be taking a look at that. Just let's speak about accuracy. Why do you do this? Accuracy doesn't go much over 85%, I've noticed. In order to compensate for the initiative disadvantage, there is a skill called First. But you got to get up to the skill level to actually learn that, and it has to activate. I've noticed that it activates quite frequently, so no complaints there. But if you're talking about skills, I think melee by far has the worst skill set. So what you have in melee is you have stun, you have stun for first, stun, and double. So first, as I mentioned, is basically just a compensation for initiative disadvantage. So that puts you on par with either short or long. As in, you will get to attack first if that skill activates. Stun might have been quite a big deal. But the problem with stun is it only lasts until the next guy attacks. So it's kind of a waste. All it gives you is one free attack, which, well, not that great, is it? Useful, but not exactly, what do you say, world-shattering. And finally, by far the best melee skill is double. That's the only DPS skill that you go. Oh shit, look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He got to attack, he destroyed my arm, and well, I guess I should have been vigilant, but oh well. No more hard blow. I should have thought about this. Rage is gonna be on guard then. Until I get the supply vehicle, no way to restore arms either, but well, that's a disadvantage shared by pretty much every category. It's just that mixed with the initiative disadvantage, it's pretty bad. Makes it even worse. Oh god damn it! Okay, you know, melee might be a challenge after all because I'm gonna lose the first mission. The NPC character has to save me. And while we're talking about skills, one of the most OP skills in the game is guide and what's that other thing? And duel that you get with the other skill categories. They allow you to just snipe enemy sponsors. So once you get to that level, once you get to that skill level, it's just game becomes quite a breeze. You have no corresponding targeting skill with melee, which allows you to target a specific part. So you just gotta hope to hit the body or hit the arms to disable the enemies. Otherwise, but you're just completely relying on RNG. Oh shit! I should have healed him. Oh, I need to heal him. Also means I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time healing and stuff. So let's talk about the few disadvantages of melee weapons, and I guess the biggest advantage is the power. So melee easily outstrips the power of single shot weapons or long range weapons. Oh boy. The other, I mean, I guess it's not that significant. We do have a short range weapon that has 99 base attack. That's a bonus weapon you have to find for yourself. I'm just taking extreme examples here, but you have for melee you can just buy the Dazzler Claw. But in general, melee weapons have a lot more base damage output compared to the other skill categories. Additionally, you have a lot more build flexibility with melee because you're almost never gonna go overweight. And even if you're equipping weapons, and speaking of weapons, you don't even need to equip weapons because there's a default heart blow, and at some point in the game, the default heart blow will just overtake weapon damage. So you don't even need to use weapons. In fact, you shouldn't use weapons. Wow, barely made it through. Oh, if there's any indicator of how it's gonna be. Wow. The other thing is you can use shields. You can use double shields with melee builds. So you got some defensive capabilities, which I'm planning to use quite a bit. You can also use double shields with short scale builds, but it's a lot more. You have a lot less options because you need to have you need to equip a body with enough power output, and that might come at a cost of HP and or defense, and sometimes even guns. Maybe might not be able to equip guns on both arms or the guns that you really want on both arms. I know it's just not a major point, but there's a pretty big difference compared to long scale builds, because you're gonna need to equip missile launchers, and if you want to equip missile launchers on both shoulders as well as guns or grenade launcher, you need a lot of power output. You need a body with a lot of power output, and that's going to come at a significant cost of HP and or defense. So that's quite a big difference here. And I guess I'm just putting in there just because I'm reaching. Cost, because you don't necessarily need to buy weapons. Melee weapons have relatively the same damage output as equivalent arms heart blow that you can buy. So you don't need to spend money on weapons, although yeah, like I said, that's not much of an advantage, but for the cost conscious, I think that's about it. That's all I can think of. I'd like this to be a discussion, so if you guys have any ideas that I missed, please feel free to comment. And I'm trying to think of what kind of a strategy I'd like to go with. I have somewhat of an idea. But yeah, it's not exactly fully fleshed out. Like I said, I'm quite interested to see how it's gonna play out. I've actually never seen melee only from Mission 1, and with this remake, I see no reason not to try it out myself. Well, let's see how this goes. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you for the next one.